Smality Lane. I've been asked so many times about the Artfully Sent cartridge, and I said I would do a video last week, but I have been really busy. My last project took me a really long time. This is to learn about the Artfully Sent cartridge in Design Space, and I'm going to do this as beginners in Design Space. If you are familiar with the Close to My Heart and the cartridges that come with it, and you're new to Design Space, I'm going to show you a little bit of how to get around and how to find the cartridges and how to size them in Cricut Design Space. Okay. Here, make sure you're signed in. I am signed in. There's account details. And first thing you need to do to find the Artfully Sent or any other cartridge is to link your cartridges. You click this, you insert the cartridge into your machine. You need to have your Cricut Explorer hooked up to your computer, and you just put it in there. It will find it. You click on link cartridge, although I don't have it hooked up right now, so it doesn't say that, but it's really, really easy. So that's where you start. And then there are Make It Now projects here. Some brand new ones that just came out today, it looks like. But there's tons of these. You do need to own some of the images, or you can purchase some of the images. Some of them are totally free, some are 99 cents. It just depends. There's categories here to look through. All of these, if you want to, ooh, free category. That's a nice one. So you don't even need to own any cartridges to cut out any of these. Let's get back to what we came here for. We're going to click on Create New Project. Okay, and first thing you do is go to Insert Images. Don't be afraid to play around with this. A lot of people are afraid to do anything in Design Space. It's not hard. You're not going to blow anything up or break anything or delete anything. Just play. Okay, to find the Close to My Heart cartridges, click here and go to My Image Sets. Now it will only show you the image sets that you have linked, okay? And we're going to click here and type in the name of the cartridge. I'm going to do Artfully. You don't have to do the whole name, just the first word is fine. So here it is. I'm going to click on that. Okay, now it shows all the images. Some people are like, but where's the icons? Where is everything else? They're not finding the images because they're looking in the Artfully Sent handbook. You don't need the handbook. This has it all. But if you're looking through the handbook and you want to cut something and you need to find it, just look through here. All of these pop-up cards will have all of the images. Okay? So look through these to find the image you want. Now there is one with a deer on it that I wanted to show you. Here it is. I'm going to show you this one and this one. Now when you click on it, I clicked on this, but it didn't turn green. It has to be green. And then it will show you right down here which ones are going to be inserted. If it does not turn green, it's not going to be inserted. So these are the pop-up ones. And I want to show you this one. These are the sentiment cards. And they kind of have sentiments that are cut through it. I don't want that one. But, whoops, I don't want to put that one in either. I already got the one I want. So these are called sentiment cards. You can put a layer paper behind them if you like, or you can just have them poke through and open up to the inside. Then these are the shift sleeve cards. So these are if you have the old machines and you were to click the shift on the sleeve cards, these are the ones you would get. And this is a sleeve card. I'll go ahead and add that just to show you that. And then there's also pocket cards. And these pocket cards do not have this purple card in there, but I'm going to show you how to find that insert for free. Okay, and let's get some envelopes. Oh, actually, this is for the pocket card, the 4x6 card. I never saw this one before. And then this is the 3x4 card. Let's go ahead and insert those just to insert them. So these are the same for all the pocket cards. Just blank pocket cards. And then here's some pocket cards. Okay, now the envelopes. If you put the mouse over the envelope or click on it, it's not getting bigger. There it goes. It will tell you what size it is. So this one is 5x7. I'm going to get one of each size. There's one 4x6. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to size the envelopes. And then here's all the pocket cards. Wow, I got a lot of things coming in here. I don't need 2 of these. So I'm going to click down here, get rid of one. It's just not necessary. Okay, so we're going to go to Insert Images. And as I was scrolling, this kind of scrolled down. So I'm going to scroll back up. I'm also going to go right here to this box, turn the grid on. That's also helpful. Okay, there's one card. Now these 2 cards are 5x7. It says to size them as, let's move all these over to the side for now. It says to size these to 7 inches. Let's click the edit panel so we have the sizing come up. Well, if we put the height to 7 and hit enter, I had the wrong thing. I had that down there. Let's undo. Okay, let's click on here. Height to 7. You're going to see this doesn't work. Okay, this is not the right size for this card because this is a landscape card. It has to be folded this way. So what we want to do is we want to keep this locked and change the width to 7. So if it's a landscape card, change the width to 7, not the height. And then this is a portrait card, and this one you want to do the height to 7. And so this one, let's move this up. You can see is 7 by 5 because the line right here is 5. That's what you want to look at. You don't want to look at the width 5 because you're going to fold this in half. And we're going to come back to this one. And this is done the same way. Change that height to 7 inches. And I'm going to show you something special in a few minutes of how to use this part in a different way. How to cut this out of vinyl. These are set to cut at 6 inches. Well, if you change this to 6 inches height or width, it's not going to work. It's not 6 inches because of the little tabs. Okay, so what you do, what I do, well actually I'm going to put it right here on the corner just so I can see these numbers real well, and I'm going to drag this out and put it to the 7 because I started 1 inch higher, or 1 inch, yeah, higher. So we're going to go and measure this part out to 6 inches. So to get this to work at 6 inches, keep this locked and make this 6.45 inches because this little tab is 0.45 of an inch. So if you make that 6.45, that will make it the size it says in the handbook. Although you are welcome to make this any size you want. I'm going to show you how to make the insert for that too. Let's work on these. I think this one was the 5x7. And we're going to change this to 11.5. The height to 11.5. Now, how do I know if this works for a 5x7 card? Let me show you. Let's change the color of this just so we can see it better. Oh, let's do pink. Let's bring it onto the top, click Arrange, and bring it to the top. Oh, I had the wrong thing selected. Bring that to the top. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to change the size of this. We're going to make the width be 7. Let's change that to exactly 5. So it will be the same size as a card. You can do this on any envelope in any cartridge. Check the size. Just make a square or rectangle the size of the card and see if it fits. This does fit and it gives it a little extra wiggle room. We always need that when we're adding things to our cards. If you ever need a free image, go to here. We're going to get out of here and go back to home. You can just search craft. Okay, we're going to click on My Image Sets and we're going to click on craft. We're going to search craft. And Cricut Craft Room Basics comes up. I like to use this cartridge whenever I know I'm going to share a file so other people can use it for free. And you can choose any of these. Let's insert image and it comes out small. You can drag it and make it the size you want. And right here in the corner you see the width 6.13 and the height 5.02. Let's get it to 5. We're gonna click this so we can change the width and height. Okay, so now there we have a 5x7. We know it's going to fit in there and this is free to use. So on the envelope for the 5x7 card, change the height to 11.5. I think that works for all the envelopes that are for the 5x7. I'm just going to hide all of this for the envelope so we don't have to see it anymore. And let's check out this envelope. This one is for a 4x6 card. I'm going to change the height to 10. We're going to use this and we're going to change this to 4x6. But it's the other way around. We can rotate it really easily just by using this little rotate button. Look at that. How easy. Okay, now we're going to double check, make sure this fits, and it's not fitting. So I'm going to stretch this. Actually, I'm going to stretch it. It fits up and down. I'm going to stretch it this way a little bit. Go up a little. There. So now we know this is going to fit the card. As long as you make this pink piece the card size that you want, it will fit in there. You can do this with any envelope sizing. It's really easy. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just delete this one. And I'm going to show you some fun things to do with this. Okay, that's here. We are going to Select this, click Ungroup. Now this is an icon. You can use this on any card. You can make it any size. You can drag it smaller or bigger, however you want. Okay, and because I ungrouped this, these all come apart. But for right now, I'm not going to use this. I'm just going to, actually, I will maybe use it. But this you can use on anything you also want. But let's delete that and delete that. And the score line. Okay, let's go back to this. I want to show you what you can do. We're going to duplicate this, okay? We are going to change the color. We're going to make the middle one brown. And the bottom one, I'm going to go ahead and make Keek pink. Okay, the top layer we're not going to change. This one we're going to change. We're going to go over here to the top of the layers and hit Contour. Now I'm going to click the inside of the ears and the eyes, and that is going to delete those. So they will be solid. Then just click off of the deer. And then when you put this over it, it shows like the ears and the eyes. Okay, so now I want to totally get rid of the background on here. We're going to make this all solid, including the little dots here. And if I wanted, I could make the background solid or even another color. So we're done here. I'm going to click off of it, and I'm going to slide it back. Whoops. Slide it behind the other one. So we're going to do that one, and then this one. And what we created is a deer with one color inside the ears and the eyes, and you could do those separately if you wanted to add another layer with different colored spots. So you could put this together, you could use this on anything. And if you like, you can group these together so you can change the size of them all at the same time. You can hit the Command key on your keyboard or the Control key on a PC. Click there, click here, click here. Make sure all of these are selected, and then click Group. So now they're grouped together. You can size them all together and it will stay like that. Now let me show you something else with this. Now say you really liked this image, but you didn't want it in this card. You wanted to do something else with it. What you can do, I'm just going to use this, and I'm going to stick that behind it. Okay, so I'm going to click on this image, and I have to detach. I don't want to move it, because if I'm going to use that card, I need to reattach that score line. All I did was unattach the score line. We're going to select the background, hit Command, okay, select my solid piece, select the yellow piece, and we're going to slice. This won't work if you have other images. You can only do it with 2 images and not the score line. So let's hit Slice. Okay, now it changed it all to one color. It's supposed to do that. But let's show you that you have this. If you want to use this on something, you can do that. And then look what we have. Okay, let's just go ahead and delete this. I'm not going to use that. But you can cut this out with paper, but then you're going to have all these separate things and have to stick them together. That's no fun. Actually, you could print this out. You could change it to a print, or you could cut this out in vinyl and put on something. You can put vinyl on cards, and it's so much easier than cutting things out with paper. let's say we wanted to print this. Let's change the color. Make it black. Okay, let's say we wanted to print this. We just click on the scissors and change it to print. Now it's a printable image. If you have different layers, like this one, and wanted to print this, what you have to do is you have to click flatten because it has more than one layer. So click flatten, and then you can print this. Isn't that awesome? It already has the printer tool next to it once I hit flatten. And you can change these colors any way you want, but you have to unflatten them to get the layers back, and then you can change the colors. You can have a green deer if you want. Isn't that kind of awesome? Whoops. What I did is I hit flatten without grouping them back together. They're all on print, but that means they're going to print separately. So what we need to do is select all these again, group them together, and flatten. Then it puts them all in one image, and you can move them around. All right, there's something else I wanted to show you with the Artfully Sent. We're going to go back to the home, go back to my image sets, Artfully. And let's put this one in. And this is a portrait card, so we can change the size to 7. There we go, it's the right size. But look at this, this kind of doesn't make sense. So let's get rid of this edit. We're done with that. We're going to ungroup this and move this out of the way. This is the front of the card. You can kind of turn this, whoops. Kind of put that like that. This is the front of the card, and then this will be the inside. But once, this is like the top, once you open it up and turn the inside over, then you put this on the card, and then this goes here. And you could stamp inside here if you wanted, and this pops out, and it is so, so, so cute. But I just wanted to show you this, that is the inside. This is the front of the card. So don't get confused and say, it doesn't fit there, it looks stupid. But when you actually cut it, you turn it over. Okay? Now, if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I try to answer any questions that I have in the comments. If you're interested in this cartridge or any other Close to My Heart products, I am a Close to My Heart consultant at melodylane.ctmh.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Here's a shout out to a few of my supporters on Patreon. Thanks, guys. Love you. Bye. Sandy Matthews, Tabitha Carroll, Rose Andrews, Kathy Hanusa, Nancy White, Carolyn Chase, Mandy Pence, April Story, Carolyn Pendon, Jerry Dental, Stacy Perkins, Misty Kelly, Ian Garland, Marty, Jamie Molina. Thank you for all your support. Bye.